There is a perception, Mark, that Asia is the least dirtiest shirt in the proverbial closet at the moment. So if that is the case in a high rates environment and with the recessionary headwinds blowing strongly, then what do you want to own in our region?
Yeah, we have to be quite selective, I think. One of the ways that we think about where to invest capital at the moment is looking at whether policy settings are appropriate given the inflation backdrop, whether economies are running sound current account and fiscal positions, and also they have a certain degree of immunity from some of the tight US dollar liquidity conditions that we currently face. And when we do that kind of screening, we conclude that markets such as Australia look reasonably constructive. They benefit from a tailwind of a weaker Australian dollar. They benefit from a pickup in demand and tight physical supply for certain commodity complexes. And if you look at the rates curve in Australia, it's relatively calm. The market understands the RBA's position, and the RBA has taken an approach where it wants to be on pause to understand any delayed effects from monetary policy tightening that has happened already. So we think Australia screens quite constructive at the moment.
It's interesting you mentioned the pause, because a number of central banks just really seem to be hitting the pause button at the moment, almost as a preemptive gesture, if you will, to ward off recession maybe. Singapore, about 2 weeks ago, unexpectedly did not tighten policy. That is something of a canary in the coal mine, wouldn't you say?
Well, Singapore benefits from being a very open economy connected to the global economy, and therefore, to some extent, it is a forward point on the policy curve as policymakers there assess whether the global economy and inflation conditions domestically require a rethink. I think that Singapore's central bank has been quite proactive in tightening policy, and recent core and reported inflation data points suggest some kind of stabilisation there.